getting the buyer to say yes. Do you believe that it's possible to influence the buyer enough and make the person say yes? In fact, there's the encyclopedia principle, for example, where many years ago, they said that when salespeople go around selling encyclopedias, they used to practice the yes technique. That means they'll ask like 6 yes questions, and that would lead to the buyer eventually saying a yes. So in this video, I'm going to show you some techniques you can use, some psychological techniques you can use to influence the buyer, to get the buyer to say a yes. My name is Iyore. We train thousands of salespeople across several countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, USA, UAE, Rwanda. I'm an author of several books and resources on sales, and I've been featured on lots of media platforms to talk about successful selling. I work in an organization I was going to target to sell to 20 high net worth individuals. I was able to bring in 21 high net worth individuals to the organization in a single month. I also participated in a sales competition where I won, and I was sent for the World Cup for an all-expense paid trip. I moved to another organization where I was able to double my portfolio by over 100% in just 11 months. I'm currently the CEO of Ultravantage, and my specialty is in Salesforce management. This means we work with sales teams, partnering with the CEOs, with the team leads, to help them optimize sales results and help them get sales results faster and in record time. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go right into today's content now. Let me walk you through some psychological techniques you can use to get people to say yes. Now, understand this. There's no need applying these techniques if you've not yet qualified or profiled the prospects. The purpose of profiling is to remove the hindrance to the close. Some of the objections we face in sales is because of a lack of profiling. So profiling is key. We spend more time profiling or qualifying, means the same thing. We spend more time profiling than we do pitching or trying to sell. So if you have profiled correctly, these techniques can work. And how do you profile? You're looking for financial capacity, you're looking for decision-making process, you're looking for urgency. These three things, you must check for them. Don't leave them to chance. See, stop looking for something shiny out there to be able to start to sell better. Stop looking for, I'm looking for this particular new trick. It's not about tricks now. There are fundamentals, there are foundations that must be present. One of them is ensuring that you're speaking to the right person. This means the person can make the final decision. Even if you're not speaking to the right person, at least you have access to the other people who can make a final decision. Then you're looking at financial capacity. You're looking at making sure that the person has the resources to be able to pay to do business with you. Then you're looking at urgency. You want to make sure that it's urgent enough for the person. Because your competitors are not other people who sell your products. Your competitors are any other thing they could have used that money for to give them a particular result. It may not be the same result, but at least it's a result. So please, let's apply these techniques today when you go out to sell. Number one, use the scarcity principle. The scarcity principle. Now, the scarcity principle means create a sense of urgency. Create a sense of urgency. Now, you see, for you to create a sense of urgency, there are some things you must do. Establish yourself, establish your credibility quickly. Because you see, if I'm suspecting you and you're creating urgency, my suspicion will increase. So what you want to do is establish some credibility, maybe from how you dress, maybe from your credentials, maybe from the fact that you were referred, or maybe the fact that you sold the company. You spent time talking about the company. What company are you representing? Oh, our company is this, our company is that. We're the first, I did the training for an IT company. On my way to the company, these guys had not been selling then. Now they're selling so much. But let me just say what happened. On my way to the company, I decided to just Google this company and read them up. I realized that this IT company, they were the first licensed Microsoft partner in this country. They had some great ranking from their websites. In fact, I said, what? And these guys are not selling? I get into the room. I say, okay, so can you tell me about your company? Sell your company to me quickly. Tell me about your company. They almost said nothing. A lot of people are leaving their websites to do the work. The website can't do the work. You need to be able to sell your organization properly. Talk about the key things that give you strength and reputation and respect in your company. Ladies and gentlemen, by the time we did this, when these guys were going out for their meetings and putting this forward, they were crushing their competitors. People who had been stealing their business before now, they got them out of the way. Why were they stealing their business? Because the prospects did not even know them. And they could not establish scarcity properly. So establish your credibility so you can establish scarcity properly. And there are two ways to establish scarcity. Either you talk about the fact that there's going to be a price review. The price will probably increase because you've given them a good price now. Or you talk about the fact that the number of units or the number of pieces or what you have left is almost finished. So your scarcity must be genuine as well, so that the person can be able to make a decision. The second psychological proof or technique you want to use is social proof, shared testimonials. Shared testimonials. Now, if you've been watching these videos for a while, you hear me say talk about sharing testimonials, sharing testimonials, sharing testimonials. Don't just hear it. Make sure that you have testimonials to share. Let me ask you, in your last sales meeting, how many testimonials did you share? Think about it. If you had a sales meeting possibly 2 days ago, what did you share in that meeting? What did you see? Did you just sell, pitch value, but you didn't share any testimonial? If you don't share testimonials, your chances of closing will be slim. Help your prospects make decisions. I'm currently selling to a particular company right now, right? We've gone far in the sales process, but things have gotten silent. All I am doing right now, I'm sending testimonials from time to time to the person who is making the decision. Because because one of the ways you can help somebody reorientate and change their minds at the subconscious level, this means that they're not going to make decisions consciously. Or unconsciously, they will just say, we should go ahead. Is you share testimonials with them. And how many testimonials do you want to share? At least 3 testimonials. A before and an after. Where were you before we started doing business with us? This is how we started doing business with the person, and this is the results. This was their situation, negative in whatever level. This is how we stepped in with our products. This is what the results came up to. That will do so many things for you. The person will even decide, I'm in that same situation, that particular product you offered, can I have it as well? And they can then be able to see themselves on the other side. Authority principle. Establish your credibility and expertise. I've talked about this already, but it's okay. Establish your credibility. If you say things like, Iyore, but I don't really sell for a company, I sell for myself. All right, in what way are you the best person to do business with? Maybe you're a realtor. You can't really talk about a company per se. But in what way, or if you can talk about your brokerage, if you have one, why not? But if not, in what way is your uniqueness your advantage? I remember when I used to work in financial institutions, then we used to say things like, all banks offer the same services or products. How can someone decide to do business with you? It's not the same savings account. I used to say to myself, we do not sell our similarities, we sell our differences. If the products, we cannot find the difference, in the salesperson, there will be a difference. I remember sitting in the office or the shop of a lady, with someone in Iyore, in her shop there. They call the market Iyore market. And she was trying to decide whether to move to us or stay with another business, stay with her current bank. I told her, I said, madam, the issue is not your bank, the issue is your account officer. The kind of account officer you have changes your game or your banking relationship. Let me tell you what I've done for other clients as an account officer. And I started to reel out my CV. Not CV in terms of what I used to get the job, but CV in terms of things that I do. I said, if you call me even at midnight, I was single then. If you call me even at midnight, I'll pick your call. You can't, your phone, your number you can't call me twice if I pick your call. I sold myself to a lady, said, I want you to be my account officer. Right? The next thing you want to also put to work, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call reciprocity principle. Offer value first. Give enough information. How do you offer value? Educate. The person who educates the most influences the most. The person who educates the most influences the most. So educate. If you're having price wars, people are always having price wars with your product or service. The issue is that you're not educating enough. If you educate your prospects properly, they will know the basis of your pricing, and because of that, be able to make a decision with you. The final principle is what we call the liking principle, right? The liking principle. So the liking principle here says people do business with people who they like. Build rapport. Find common ground with these prospects. When you meet your prospect for the first time, spend time listening to them so you can know the areas where you have similar interests, similar beliefs, and similar background. And when you establish that rapport, you find out that you'll be able to close sales a lot better. So you can listen to this video again, check to make sure that these 5 things you put them to work today so that you can be able to make sales and achieve your sales results in record time. If you haven't watched this video, please watch this next video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.